Hello and welcome to this week's Yarn Chat here on YouTube. My name is Nicole and I'm the brains and the beauty behind Yarn Craft by Nicole. And today I've got lots of fun things to show you. First thing I want to show you is my featured make. This is the Canyon Crewneck from Bah Humble. This is the first pattern that I tested for her. I tested it for her last year. I made mine, and this pattern is out now. It's been out for a while. Canyon Crewneck. It uses a lofty worsted weight yarn, so it works up very quickly. I made mine with Winter Glow by Hobie, which is a thick thin yarn, and as you can see, like, the drape is really nice. It's an acrylic and wool blend. It's very airy, so this would work really well if you live in a climate that doesn't get quite as cold, because I would definitely need to put a long sleeve shirt underneath this if I was just gonna wear this without layering it any other way where I live in New Jersey, but I really like it. The Winter Glow worked up beautifully. I really like the way that it looks. It was a little bit tricky to use, and because it was a single ply, I did have a little bit issues with breakage, so part of me wants to make another one of these and just like Lion Brand's Woolies or something like that and see how different it is, or maybe even try it in a DK weight. I don't know, but I am a big fan of the sweater. The color is a little bit out of my normal making comfort zone, but I really like it, and it's very cozy, perfect for a day like today. I'm gonna move the camera a little bit closer now that you have seen that lovely sweater. It's so good, so good. Every week I say I'm going to leave something on the floor to mark where the tripod needs to be, and it hasn't happened a single time. So I don't have any finished makes, but I do have one that's very close. So I think I'll start with that. This one I will probably finish tonight. In fact, by the time that I post this on Monday, and you're seeing it, it will be finished. There might even be finished object pictures of it on Ravelry. So this is my Steep Club blanket. This is from yarns from Terrapin Fiberworks. This club was her club for 2024, where it was tea inspired and you could get a different color every month. The one that she's doing this year is book themed, and what's really cool about the way that she does her clubs is you get a discount if you subscribe, but if you don't subscribe, you can still buy that colors or that yarn's color, that month's yarn colorway, and you can buy it in whatever quantity you want. Same as if you're a subscriber. So I subscribed last year and I got one skein of her Chesapeake DK, which is an organic cotton, and absolutely loved it. So I'm actually gonna move the camera right back because I want to stand up and show it to you. The only thing I'm working on is the border. So this is the blanket. I'm still not gonna be able to get the whole thing in frame, but it's so pretty. Oh, I love it. These squares are from Crochet 365 Knit 2. It's her Happily Ever After square. You can find it free on her blog. That is where I found it. But I love it. And because it's cotton, it's like, it's got a good weight to it. So originally sorry, I hope that didn't make anybody dizzy. I had 5 squares of each skein. I have 12 skeins, they're 12 months. And I'm gonna adjust it one more time. I promise I'm gonna leave it alone. So it's 60 squares total. And originally I was gonna make a 6x10 blanket, throw size. And I had just gotten it to be, I think 8x6 with the squares. And I just thought it was gonna be too long and skinny. I didn't think I was gonna like the proportions, but I had some yarn left over of each color. So what I decided to do is to make it 8x8. And in the last 4 squares that I would need, I did these cute little, like, I don't know, combo squares. And it worked out perfectly because I needed 4 squares and I would do 3 colors per square, use all 12 colors again. So that's what I've got in each of the corners. They're each different and I really like it. And I love the size. I love the size. I think this is going to be a great couch blanket. I think Scoot will try to steal it 100%. Here's another one. I don't know, that one might be my favorite. I can't decide which color is my favorite from this collection, but I really do like, I love this blue. That was the first month. So now that they're all seamed together and they're all made, I'm doing a border. I will show you the border real quick. I'm not having a pattern for the border or anything like that, but it is, well, let's see if you can see it, if I get my face out of the way. It is, so far, 1 round of single crochet with 3 single crochets in the corner, turn, 1 round of half double with a half double, chain 1, and half double in the corner, and then turn, doing another round of single crochet. And I will either stop, well, I will either do a round of slip stitch, because I think that will be very pretty on the edge, or I'll do 1 round of single crochet and a round of slip stitch. This is how much I have of the first skein. I bought 2 skeins of her balsamic colorway, and I'm not going to need the second one. I'm not going to do a border that's that thick, and I just wasn't sure how much I would need, and I didn't want the border to be too skimpy when I got here. But yeah, really love it. Size G hook. I will finish this tonight. This is what I've been working on as we've been watching Silo. I don't know if y'all watch Silo on Apple TV, but it is very good. We had been told by a friend to watch it, and we're like, yeah, we'll get around to it. And we finally got around to it, like, I don't know, maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. And then we just plowed through the first season, and the second season just wrapped. So I think we have 5 more episodes of the second season, but it's very good. It's very dystopian. So if that's not your jam right now, hit pause on that. But it's very thought-provoking, and it's been fun to think through what our theories are and what's going to happen next. But this is my Steve Cold blanket. I love it so much. Yeah, if I finish it tonight, tomorrow maybe I'll do a photo shoot with it. We got a new piece of furniture in front of our big window so that we would have a little bit more storage, and also so Scoot would have a place to look out that window and guard the house. So it's got like, I think 4 cube storage things on the bottom, and then the top is like a window seat with a cushion. And I think that is probably where I will photograph this if I do that tomorrow. So actually, dig the other skein out of here because I have a plan for that one. All right, that's my almost finished object. I'm going to show you another close-ish finished object, and that is the Cande unclear sweater from Nomad Stitches. I just need to look up how she says it. Sandra from Nomad Stitches is really good about naming patterns in a variety of languages. I'm assuming this one is French, but I don't know. So I should just look up how she says it. It looks pretty similar. I do have 1 finished sleeve, and then I'm on the slip stitch ribbing the other finished sleeve. I did a little bit more on the body and ran myself out of my second skein. So 2 complete skeins are in this, and I've got my 3rd and 4th attached. So 1 skein is attached to the sleeve, the other one is still attached here because I was alternating skeins on the body. This is in Sorella's Sleeping Beauty's Castle. I love it. I still think my plan is to wear this on our anniversary, which is February 16th. I think I can finish that. Once I finish the Steep Club blanket, this is gonna sound a little silly, but I'll go ahead and tell you because y'all know, you're crafters. I have a variety of projects that I work on. I'm not a monogamous maker, never have been. I will if I have something that I've got to finish in a deadline and I just need to work on it, but generally I like variety. So what I've been doing is I've been working on temperature blanket in the morning or like during the day. I'm trying to do 5 rows a day. And then any other bonus time during the day, I'm working on, I'll show you a commission that I'm working on right now, or this sweater. And then at night, I've been working on the steep club blanket because I need scissors. I needed to lay it out, takes a lot of space. I didn't want to do that when Melody was awake because that would be chaotic. So once that is done, I can switch something else into the after bedtime making. And that's probably where this will move into. And I love it. It's fingering weight yarn, and it's gonna just drape beautifully. It's already kind of like a cropped length. If I was gonna make this a cropped sweater and wear it over dresses or with high-waisted skirts, I could probably stop about where I am now, do the ribbing, because it's gonna grow a little bit in length when I block it. But again, I wanna make this a full-length sweater, so I'm gonna keep going. And I have 4 skeins, and I kind of want to use as much as I can of them. So that's another close-ish to finished make. Now, I mentioned a commission. Also, I know I'm probably jumping around all over the place, but here we are. This is a commission for a friend of mine who is expecting a grandbaby in March. And these are the colors that she got from her, from the soon-to-be parents. It's so pretty. Oh, I love this. It's so cute. It's a little retro. It's a lot of cute. She wanted sage green, gold, and pink. These are all loops and threads, the Michael brand. And I'm just doing an entrelac blanket. If you've never done entrelac before, it is a Tunisian method that you don't need a Tunisian hook for, because you do these little squares at a time. So you just need the length, like the neck of your hook just needs to be that long. It doesn't need to be super long or have a cable or anything like that. And you do them like diagonally, kind of like corner to corner. It's been a little while since I've done an entrelac, and the inspiration picture that she sent me of one of my patterns, the Baby Checks blanket, which is super cute and is just one color. It has little checkers too, and it alternates between Tunisian knit stitch and Tunisian simple stitch. But if you're gonna do more than one color, that pattern doesn't really make sense. So I pitched her the idea of doing the Tunisian entrelac, and she said go for it, and I love it. So this one is, I don't know, maybe 70% done. I'm on the decreases now, which is very satisfying. And then after that, I'll do the border and make sure all the ends are woven in, and maybe steam block it, maybe wash it. I haven't quite decided, because I do still have some baby detergent here from when MJ needed everything washed in baby detergent. And yeah, I love it. No pattern. I'm using a base of 7 stitches wide for each square and 5 rows up. If you want to see how to do this method, TL Yarn Crafts has a great tutorial. That is how I did a refresher, and she is a wonderful teacher, and I love it. Worsted weight yarn, loops and threads, the impeccable acrylic. That is what I'm using. It is very soft, and I'm a big fan of the colors. Yes, happy baby blanket. I love making baby blankets. I've got some ideas for some baby blankets this year. We'll see what gets done. I think the next pattern I'm gonna write is gonna be a necktie out of fingering weight yarn. It'll be a 1 skein pattern. Hopefully I can do it before Father's Day. Hopefully I can do it in plenty of time for you to make it before Father's Day. Yeah, so that'll probably be the next one that I release. Oh, still jumping all around. I did release a pattern this week as I'm recording this. The Sandra Squares blanket, that's the one that has the zobber balls and it's the linen stitch square. I don't have it with me because it was a gift, but that pattern is out now if you want it. It's $5. You can get it on my website, yarncraftbynicole.com, or on my Ravelry page, and it's a good little pattern. I like it a lot, and y'all have seemed to like it too. last, well, two part of this make, and then we're going to talk about some soon to be makes. So I've been chugging away on temperature blanket, and really it's temperature blankets because I'm doing MJ's and then I'm doing one for a friend of ours, and I'm kind of tired of doing temperature blankets, but it'll be worth it. And I'm over the halfway point on both of them, and that makes me happy. So this is the first panel of melodies. So this was December 11th through June 11th. No, June 10th. So this is the first half of her blanket, which has been done for a little while. I'm going to be attaching these together on the corners when it's finished, and it'll be a double weight reversible blanket. And then this has been the second panel. So this is almost through August. Yeah, almost through August. And I'm loving the colors. I love a deep saturated color. I'm excited to see as it keeps going how things will look. But like this blue, this kind of tealy blue is my favorite in the whole blanket, and I'm getting a lot of it on this side. So like I said, I'm trying to do 5 rows a day. I've done 3 rows today, and then I'm also, because I'm making 2 temperature blankets, I am alternating once I get to the end of a month which one I'm working on. So since I'm almost through August on this one, then I'll go back and work on the other one to get through August, and then I'll switch. And that's been good because it's allowed me to kind of get in a groove on each blanket, and then switch it up at the end and work with new colors and work with a new yarn. I'm using the Sheep Juice Stone Washed for this. It works up really well. It's expensive, but I'm very pleased with it, and I know I'll be happy when it's done. I'm using a size G hook. It's all linen stitch. I don't remember which count I used when I started it. It won't be a pattern. It's just pretty. It's just pretty. I do think if I ever make another one for another kid, or just to celebrate another year, I will do squares, like Tony's a linen stitch square one, or maybe even like she's got one that's in panels, that's Tunisian simple stitch, something like that. The squares would be beneficial because if I get really behind, then I can go in and just work on a different month while I'm waiting on new yarn to come in if I run out of anything, which is kind of where I ended up here and there. But I don't know, I won't do one the same way I've done these if I do any more temperature blankets. I'm not a person that wants to make one every year. Some people are, and that's great, but my first one was ginormous, and I think that Vaughn would not be a fan if I made one every year. And we have a decent amount of blankets. I still make plenty of blankets for us. But yeah, okay, so let's talk about future makes. I still think that this is going to be my Valentine's Day cast on for the, oh, what is it called? Sunset Adventure wrap. I think that's right. From A.K. Lori Designs. I think that is it. I need to still put them in the right order, or the order that I'm going to use them in. They're in the order that they came in the advent, and they're beautiful. But the other thing that I'm going to start on is Tony has her, what is it called? Is it just make along? It's make along. She does one at the beginning of every year that's like, you've made all of these gifts for other people over the holidays. Like, take some time at the beginning of the year and make something for yourself. Have fun. She's got great prizes. And you know what? I need more community in my life. So I'm going to do the make along, and I am going to use stash yarn. So what I think I'm going to do is, because I'm having so much fun with the Entrelock blanket, is she has a shawl called Entrelock and Key, which I've made before. I don't think it's anywhere near me. I've made before in fingering weight yarn, and it's written for worsted weight, but I wanted to use fingering weight, and it's cute. It's small. It curls a little bit more than it should. It was my first time doing Entrelock. So what I think I'm going to do this time is make it again and make it in some more Terrapin Fiberworks. So I have these 3 beautiful skeins that have been in my stash for a little while. These have been in my stash for a long time, actually. These are from her, or these are a colorway she doesn't have anymore, and I don't have the card that tells me what it's called, but I used this when I designed the Coliseum cowl, and I wasn't sure how big I was gonna make it, and I think they were on sale, so I just bought 3 skeins, and I only needed 1, so I have 2. And then I bought this one. Oh, it's so pretty. I forgot how pretty this one is. Called Antique Autumn. Like, just get in there. Ooh, that's pretty. Lila at Terrapin Fiberworks is a master of greens and purples. And it's just stunning. And this is a colorway she designed 4 back and then re-released last year. Don't remember, but I also got this as like a one-off, and I got 1 skein. And it's the Chesapeake DK. It's the same one that I used for the Steep Club blanket. I love this yarn. I love working with it. It's wonderful. So I think I'm gonna make the Entre Lock and Key shawl again and use these colors. But I also have this balsamic now. So I don't know if I'm gonna use all 3. If I do, it'll be like, it'll start with the light, do this, go back to the light, go to the purple, and alternate like that. So it's pretty high contrast. Or I will use these 3 and then do like a border with this. I don't know, but I feel like balsamic plays really well with these guys. Like, they're all happy and friends. And I don't have anything like this, and I don't have any cotton shawls. And I think it'd be nice to have a cotton shawl. So that's my plan for that. And it makes me happy because I mean, these are so pretty, and they've been in my stash for at least 2 years, probably closer to 2.5. That's too long. They're so nice. So that is my plan for that. It is free to participate. You can participate on Instagram. You can also participate if you're part of her Yarn Hive community. I think that there's like a Yarn Hive live on Monday, and yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun. I'm very excited about it. I will tell you, because some people don't read the post, and you gotta read the post, but if you are planning on participating and you want to enter on Instagram, you have to tag her in the picture. If you just use the hashtag, she's probably not gonna see it. So tag her in the picture, make sure she sees it so you can enter. There's my PSA for you there. But they're just so yum. I want to go ahead and put these in a yarn project bag soon. And I think that is it. We are getting close to 100 episodes. If you do have any ideas for what you want for a giveaway for the 100th episode, let me know down below. I will be pulling together something for that soon. I have some ideas, but if you have something that you're like, oh, have you ever thought about this? Let me know down below, and I'd be very interested in that. I'm also thinking of possibly doing something maybe over the summer of like a scrappy make along or a stash busting make along, something where you can use what you've got and make something lovely. I feel like the summer would be fun for that. So yeah, let me know what you think about that down below as well. And with that, lovely people, I will say goodbye. I will see you in 2 weeks, and until then, happy making. Bye guys.